Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. To all the new one, nice to meet you, and I hope that you will enjoy these videos, and not just this video but all the videos I made. But I'm going to speak English today for everybody to understand. And before anything else, this video is gonna be what you see is what you get. My laptop's still broken, so what I have to say here is I'm gonna upload without editing, and there's no intro and outro in my video. So I hope that each and every one of you are doing great, and today we're going to have a topic about what is life being married with a Filipina. For me, this is a very interesting topic because this is the combination of two cultures combined together. So, and I'm going to focus more on the situation I have here with my husband because he's a foreigner. So first of all, my attitude as a Filipina, I'm very friendly, very open-minded. When it comes to food, I always appreciate different kinds of food. Especially when my husband is, when I first came here in Europe, so they have a food that I never tasted or I never seen in my life. And my husband, that's the first thing he introduces me, all the food that for me it's shocking, like, oh my god, what is that? So, and the taste was also, oh my god, is this the normal taste or this is overdate, oh Jude, or this is the food that is been so long that is expired. And they said no, that's not expired, that's the taste. Oh my god, for me it's a very difficult for me. It's a big adjustment for me, but because I know this is the food that they used to eat, so I tried and tried until I learned, and until I love that food. So for me, that's one thing, adjustment for me, a big thing for me, because I've never done that before. I never eat that food before. So it's like that. You have to adjust and you have to learn to accept the things that your husband used to do. Like they eat this kind of food, and for me, oh my god, the taste is so difficult for me to eat. But the later on that I keep eating it, my god, so I kinda oh, that's good, I like it. So in my case, I was like that. So I appreciate all the food that my husband has cooked for me or prepared for me. I learned to love it. In my case, I have a lot of foods that my husband never seen that before, never tasted that before, like a dried fish. Oh my god, not all the foreigners love to eat dried fish, and for us, dried fish, we gonna cook that in oil. So we fried it, and for my husband here, they also have dried fish, but it's fresh, and they dried it and they can eat it right away. But for us, as long as dried fish, we always cook it in either oil or cook it in a fire, something like that. And my husband, oh my god, she's going to cook it. The first time I make that, I fried dried fish here in the house. My husband was 2 hours outside the house because he cannot take the smell. For him, that's the smelliest thing in his life. He'd never smelled it before. So he was outside. I don't know, I don't have any idea that he really don't like it. That's a very big thing for him. So he was outside for 2 hours. So I have to clean the house because I don't have any idea how to make the smell out. So what I did is I cleaned the whole house, do everything I can, open all the windows, the doors. And then my husband was finally, it's just like, for him it's the disaster. But for me it's like heaven, paradise. That's how I feel. That's how happy I am because I made that food. But my husband, is for him, it's like, oh, it's like the end of the world for him. And I respect my husband, so I did not do it again. But I learned something from my friends, how to cook it and never smell anything in the house. It's just like you never cook it. So, but I don't do that a lot anymore because I know that my husband doesn't like it. And he told me also that the neighbor also never smells that in their whole life. So I try to also avoid that, because what happened if they can smell it? Dried fish are very strong when it comes to smell. So my husband said try not to cook that anymore, because the people here also don't like that smell. Well, for them it's the smelliest thing in their whole life. So that's kind of a big adjustment. So I have to adjust, and I have to learn not to cook that always, or as long as I can, not to cook it anymore. Or when I cook it, I make sure that there's no smell in the house. And that's one a big adjustment. And my husband was also a long time alone. He was married with me when he was 47 years old. He was single for that long, and I was in my 30s. And during that time, before we get married, my husband was alone. So he's not used to it, that there's somebody who cares for him, there's somebody who takes care of him. So it's for him, it's a big change, because being married with me, I'm a Filipina, I'm a woman who takes care of him, who takes care of the food, who takes care of his clothes, who make everything I can, who do everything I can to make a happy family. Takes care of him, takes care of the family. Before we get married, before we get children, when I was new here, we got able to travel everywhere we want. And then later on, when we got children, so we don't travel, not especially now it's pandemic, so we don't go anywhere. So that's an additional adjustment again. When it comes to being married with no kids, there's another story. And another story when you have children. So it's gonna be, for my husband, is also shocking. He never had children before, he never had family before. So, oh, this is life to have a children. Oh my God. So there's a noise. He's used to be relaxed, calm, watching TV with no one making noise. And now when we have children are running everywhere, shouting everywhere, a little bit fighting before, like just children. So for him, something like that. So my husband sometimes has to go out. He cannot take it anymore. So sometimes he go out and do something outside. He buys something outside just to make him far away from all the noise. It's a big adjustment for him. But yeah, later on he realized that that's life. That's children. So, well, we have to learn to appreciate and make a precious time, because children don't stay children. They grow up so fast. So it's a kind of, sometimes when he gets stressed, I try myself to be always calm, because I know he got stressed or he get angry with some reasons. So when it comes to being married with a Filipina, you have to learn to understand what's in one another. You have to be you have to know first the situation. Why is one person get angry? And when the other one is angry, the wife should be calm. You have to learn to be calm. And if I want to talk to my husband, I have to wait a little bit until he's calm. Or I am a type of woman who don't talk a lot when it comes to, when there's another person who's angry, I don't talk a lot. So for me, I better quiet and let him calm down. And when he's calmed down, then that's the moment I can talk. So it's a big adjustment, because when you're married to a Filipina and you're a foreigner, it's very different attitude combined together. So you have to be very understanding. You have to focus on love rather than hatred, because when you get angry and the other one also is angry, so it's gonna be a fire. So when you love one another, you have to learn to appreciate his or her character, and you have to value each and every day in your life. When you have problem, you have to learn to talk to and make sure that this doesn't last long. Like, for example, if you have a problem, it's normal, you have a misunderstanding, so you don't have to wait for so long before you fix it. So you have to fix it as long as you can, as soon as you can. So, and learn to appreciate and respect each culture, because the culture of the Filipino culture is different to culture for my husband. So like, we are very family oriented, we value our family, we are very friendly, we are very humble, we are very kind, we are very generous. So that's the attitude that we have, and family is very important to us. Like, for example, even though we're married to a foreigner, We still have a very close communication with our family. We help our family, especially our parents. We support them, but don't worry, Filipinas are very hardworking, and that's me. I work so hard. When I want something, I work hard for it. So I don't depend my husband. When I want something, I want to do it myself. So when I support my family, I do it with my own. So I don't want to distract my husband to say, hey, I need money. My husband is working so hard just to pay all the bills, to buy this and that. Everything is very expensive. So I don't want to have additional problem to my husband. When I want something, I do it on my own. I work hard for it. And I make sure that my husband doesn't get stressed because of me. Because I married with my husband, not because he has to help me. He has to do everything I want in my life, not because of that. I married with my husband because I love him, and I accept and I appreciate whatever he has or whatever he is. And when I want something, like I want to help my family, so I have to work and send help for my family. So I make sure that my husband never gets stressed when it comes to like that. So when you talk about family fighting one another and getting divorced because of the money problem, that because it happens because they don't understand each other. Maybe the other one doesn't appreciate the culture of the other one, or they don't communicate a lot, or it's about understanding. When the other person understands why the wife is doing that, because she loves her family. And if you're a husband who loves your wife, then you have to learn to accept that. That's the kind of culture we have. Family are very important to us. So if you think that I married you alone and not your family, well, we appreciate that, and we thank you for that. But make sure that you also understand that for us, family is connected to our life. If you love us, you have to learn to love our family. It doesn't mean that when you love our family, you have to give them money. We just need your respect and understanding, that's all. And don't worry, because Filipinas are, maybe you're the luckiest man in this world if you married to a perfect Filipina wife. Because Filipina are very caring, loving, and we takes care of you no matter how you become. You become big or small, you become so angry, you become so tired, especially when you're sick. We never let you feel alone. We're always there for you. We will take care of you. We will even take care of your clothes. When you go somewhere, when you go to work, when you go somewhere, we prepare all the things you need. So if you never experienced that before in your life, then if you're married with a Filipina, you will experience that, because that's our attitude. We take care of the clothes for our husband, a brief or whatever, clothes, pants. Sometimes my husband doesn't know where his clothes, he just gonna, where's my clothes? He knows where it is. Or sometimes he doesn't have to say it. Why? Because when he sees there, his clothes is already prepared. That's how I am, and I'm a Filipina, so that's the attitude of a Filipina. Then you'll be the luckiest man if you find a perfect Filipina, because Filipinas will take care of you. We will make sure that you are the luckiest man in this world. Well, you have to make sure that you love your Filipina, because if you're married with a Filipina with other reason, and if you don't love her, then it's better not to get married with that girl if you don't love her. So make sure that you choose the best one, and when you think that she's the perfect one, then make sure that you do something to make her yours. Because sometimes, why I will also talk about why I choose my husband. He's a foreigner. I choose my husband not because of his color, not because of his foreigner. Maybe he's living in a country where he has so much money. I don't look at that way. I choose my husband because he is the one who has the attitude that I was looking for. He has the character that I need. He has the man who has the love that I need. So that's the reason. It's not like because he is white, he has a lot of money, maybe he can bring fortune in my life. I don't think about that way, because in my attitude is, when I want something, I work hard on it. So mostly that's the Filipino attitude. So that's my advice to all of you. If you are going to get married with a Filipina, or if you're already married with a Filipina, just understand one another and make sure that you appreciate the culture of the Filipinos, because if you cannot appreciate that, then it's going to be a big trouble. So Filipinas are easy easy to be with. We're very friendly, we're accommodating, we're generous, and we're hospitality. When it comes to hospitality, we call it hospitality because like for my parents, when we have a visitor in our house, sometimes visitors are very taking care of than us. We gonna have a very nice, when our visitors live in our house during our younger years, they have a very nice bed, nice everything is nice, and my mother always keep it for the visitor, so we always use the old one, well, old one, but it's clean. So when we have a visitor, they always have a special, everything special for the visitor. That's how we treat our visitor. Visitors are very special. So even though you visit our house and you're not invited, and you come in and it's eating time for us, you're very welcome. We're gonna appreciate, and we're gonna say, oh, let's come and eat together with us. Even you say, no, I'm not hungry, and you say, no, you have to taste it, it's very good. And my mother was also, she's used to say, oh no, don't worry, we still have a lot in the kitchen, we still have a lot, and when you look there, there's nothing more. But that's how we appreciate our visitors. So it's very hospitality that you can never easily find it somewhere. But that's the attitude of Filipinos. So if you have a Filipino, you have to learn to appreciate, you have to learn to already adjust that this is the attitude of the Filipino, and we are very friendly and we respect other people. If you have your family, if we love you, then we have to love your family. That's the way we are. And we can easily adjust our environment, our new environment. So whatever you have in your life, we respect that. Whatever food you used to eat, we respect that. Like me, I don't really cook the food that my husband doesn't like. So I used to cook the food that he likes, because it's not easy. I'm making food, I'm making Filipino food. Yeah, that's what mostly happen now. I'm making my Filipino food, and I'm also making my husband's food, because my husband doesn't like yeah, I can eat that, I can eat that. No, my husband, when he don't like it, he don't like it. You cannot force that, you cannot force him to eat that. Not like me. If you want me to taste the food, I always appreciate and tasted it. But if my husband doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. So I respect that. So I make sure that the food I make, my husband loves to eat that, or he likes to eat that. Otherwise, we're wasting food. So I have to eat them all myself. So I'm trying to lose weight, but my children loves to eat Filipino food. So my husband said you have to learn them to eat food from them as well. So, well, because I always used to, well, I try to feed my children with different foods, food from my Filipino food and also food from here. So it's a kind of adjustment, and you have to learn to accept the culture from both of you, and make sure the love is always there, respect is always there. That's very important. And you have to be very calm when other one is angry, and make sure that when you have a problem, you don't have to wait for too long to fix it. You have to fix it as soon as possible. And just enjoy life. And being married with a Filipino is the happiest thing could ever happen in your life. Why? Number one, you get all the love that you never experienced before, I'm sure. So, and you got to have an experience of very exciting culture that you never had before. So enjoy, and good luck to all of you who are still searching. And if you find a Filipina now, you don't have to wait for too long to make her yours. Then time is very important. Time is gold. So good luck to everyone. Stay safe, and God bless. Feel free to comment down below if you want to suggest another title, another topic for the next video. And good luck to all of you. If you want some tips about LDR, long distance relationship, how to succeed and how to fight against trials, because long distance relationships are very hard, but it takes two of you to be very strong enough to fight against trials. Good luck, and God bless everyone. Stay safe.